Hey guys, Umar here for Architecture Daily Sketches, and as promised, this week I'll be doing a tutorial on thumbnail sketches. Now, what is a thumbnail sketch? It is a series of small drawings on paper done in groups and usually done in a really quick, sketchy, doodly way. Usually it's only about an inch or 2 inches high and they are low in detail, and it's only ever meant to capture simplified abstract ideas, either for exploring quickly or to record as a future reference. In other words, they're like visual notes. Now, what are thumbnail sketches used for? Okay, first I want to say that thumbnail sketches is a very valuable tool, and for different people they has different uses. For this video, I will be showing how I use it and how that works for me, and I want to share that with you guys to try out, but I will try and explain and show how other people use it too. Now, I usually use it for board composition, like in this example, but for some other people they use it as a design tool, and I'll try and explain and talk about that a little bit afterwards as well. So starting with board composition. Now we all do presentation boards. We have to present to clients, or if you're a student you have to create presentation boards to explain your project, and the composition and the design of the board itself is actually very important. You have to make sure that everything is legible, everything is visually coherent, there's harmony, and that it is also very appealing. Now, one of the ways that you can use thumbnail sketches to help you is to actually scale down all of the graphic elements contained in your presentation, and you can arrange them in many different configurations to figure out what works best. Now, for example, this is an example that I took from the internet. This is actually a single poster that's done by the designer for a museum. I think it's called the Pittock Mansion, and what you can see what he did was he drew out roughly different photographs of the mansion that he took, and then he experimented with the typesetting, with the placement of the paragraphs, also different pictures, also different titles. So there's a lot of ways that you can experiment with placement of composition to find the best way to present. Now I'm going to talk about thumbnail sketches being used as design tools, because quite a number of you also asked for more design oriented tutorials, and thumbnail sketches is really perfect for design because we can use it to figure out a solution to a design problem. For example, here you can see that the mass of the building is drawn quite simply, quite roughly, and in a few of the sketches he's using it to figure out the fenestration, the opening placements, and also using it to figure out the landscape element of his design. You can also see it in this example right here with also the different experiments with different placements and also articulation of the fenestration. This is an example that I did earlier as well. I was just doodling around. So you can see that thumbnail sketches, you're basically drawing a series of almost the same thing, but you're kind of playing with it. So why don't I try and continue playing with this idea and see what I can come up with. So what I'm doing right now, guys, is I am drawing out some faint guidelines. They're about 2 inches by 2 inches, so that I have a grid for me to draw the thumbnail sketch. Right now, what I want to do is I want to figure out an ideal shape for a building. Okay guys, so notice how I kept all the details really low and my sketching is really rough right now. I am trying to figure out the formal concept for this form or building or object. So now that I find it, I'm going to focus on this one drawing, and I'm going to refine it further in the explorations below. So, smallness, low detail, simple shapes. So guys, for the second row, I fleshed out more of the form. I added in fenestration, an idea for a terrace. The design idea is becoming more solid. Now be aware that I am doing this on the go, so I'm actually exploring with you guys and I'm not even sure where this is gonna go. But for the next row, I'm going to try and figure out how this whole form would look three-dimensionally. So I'm gonna try and sketch out all around. Okay guys, so this is just some rough ideation where I'm trying to figure out a design idea and explore it using thumbnail sketches on the spot in front of you guys. So I had fun doing this, and I hope, by doing it on the spot, you guys can see the raw process of how I use thumbnail sketches. I mean, this was how I used to use it when I was a student, and even now when I'm working, it still does help me a lot. So that's what I'm hoping you guys would take away from this tutorial. So that's thumbnail sketching as a design tool. Now, before I end the tutorial, I want to talk a little bit about using thumbnail sketches as a memory aid and planning tool. Because as students or as working professionals, inevitably you will start going for site visits. And thumbnail sketching is a great way to visually record everything that you see and the features and sites of your site. Actually, you can use it for recording practically anything or anywhere. You could be walking down the street like this artist did, and you want to record the path of approach. So we keep the thumbnail simple because we can keep referencing it without confusing ourselves. Like for example, I think I want to try and recount my journey to the office today. So I'm going to use this space to draw back what is it that I experienced. Okay, so the situation is a little bit peculiar now because I am trying to draw from memory instead. The way that I would go about this is to actually be walking outside and recording as I am walking. Okay guys, so this is a series of thumbnail sketches that depicts my approach from my house all the way to the office. So again, the details are kept very sparse, the style is very rough, and it can be done very fast. So this is totally applicable for when you guys are doing site visits or just when you want to jot down really fast ideas as well. So to wrap things up, I personally use thumbnail sketches for board composition, but it can also be used as a design tool and a memory aid. So again, I stress on the smallness of the scale, no more than 2 inches, and also simple shapes, simple basic shapes, because this is all about exploration and recording. So that's it for thumbnail sketching. Again, I was showing how I use it, and I just use it mostly for composition work. You guys can use it for any other purposes that you might see fit, like the other ones that I mentioned, or even new purposes if you find a use for it. Important thing is to utilize it in a way that benefits you, because like I said, it is a valuable tool. You can use it in so many ways for so many different purposes. I was just sharing my way, and I hope that you guys like it and try it out for yourself. So that's it. To watch more videos, click on one of the boxes right here, or if you're not subscribed yet, just click over here. Thanks for watching.